An audit is there to deliver trust and confidence to stakeholders. So we need to focus on the independence of the auditors, their quality, and when it might be right to change them. We're really interested in different views on the matter and have captured some as video interviews. You can get a sense of the debate by hearing from investors, BlackRock and Kepler Chevreux, the Audit Committee Chair of Royal Bank of Canada, CPAB, the Canadian Regulatory Authority, and Professor Mervyn King, Chair of the King Commission on Corporate Governance in South Africa. We'd also like to share some of PwC's thoughts and experiences. I have with me my colleagues, Richard Oldfield, our Global Markets Leader, and Jan McCahey, who leads on public policy and regulatory matters. Richard, as well as Global Markets Leader, you're one of our most experienced client partners. How are clients reacting to all of these changes in the regulatory scene?
Of course, it's a balance, Richard. So rightly, they're concerned about changing auditors. Will the coverage, will the work in the first year be as good? Will you take up too much time? Will you challenge the decisions that have been made in the past? But of course, in my experience, they also get huge benefits, and that's the feedback we've had from clients. The perspectives that a new auditor brings, the way they think about the audit, but importantly, the observations on the business that they may not have had because you've just got someone who hasn't been involved for many years.
So real balance, pros
Absolutely.
and cons.
Absolutely.
Jan, maybe moving to the regulatory perspective, and I know some have reacted by introducing mandatory firm rotation. Your sense of that aspect?
Well, I think you're certainly right. There are regulators who feel it should be for them to decide when an audit changes, and some other commentators agree with them. Our own view, though, is that really the party that's in the best position to determine when an auditor should be changed is the Audit Committee.
And so, therefore, the importance of the Audit Committee and its involvement in the decision-making, I guess, puts additional governance responsibilities. How do you see them reacting?
On the whole, I think we see them reacting really well. We certainly have seen that in Europe, with audit committees much more engaged in the appointment process for the auditor. And we see some very interesting developments in other parts of the world. For example, in Canada, the Audit Committee is now expected to take a much sort of more proactive role in really reviewing the performance of the auditor, and that's a good thing.
So a bit more structure, a bit more involvement of different parties, regulators very interested and clients themselves very interested. Lots of players in this. How's it changing how you do the audit?
Well, of course, it's a super exciting time as an auditor when you get a brand new audit, Richard, because you're not encumbered by how anyone's thought about the audit in the past. So you put the building blocks in place for all of the things that we can see coming down the line from an audit perspective. We build the audit using much more data analytic procedures. We make sure we deploy the latest technology in terms of how we collaborate with clients, how we actually bring our teams around the world together in a much more seamless way. And of course, a big thing for me is how we think about working with a client that has service centres in certain places to leverage that benefit in a holistic way for all of the aspects of the audit. So it's a great way for us really to give a client their very latest and bring together everything that an audit firm can bring in one go.
And I guess that's true if there is a change, or even if there isn't, you want to show your best.
Well, absolutely. And if there isn't a change, we absolutely want to bring all of those things. But of course, sometimes we have to do that over a period of time because we're shifting an audit. We get to do it all in one go from scratch with a new audit.
Great, thank you. As I said at the beginning, this is an important public interest debate and one we're keen to encourage. Please take a look at the video interviews and engage in the debate to ensure the audit has relevance, integrity, and value to the financial markets and society as a whole going forward. Thank you.